Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 5 of season 18 of the V8 Vets. This is Split 3 Kitchen, coming to you tonight from the one and only Watkins Glen. Looks a little bit warmer than what the actual conditions are over in upstate New York at the moment. In the chat with me tonight, I have Reg James, Peter Baxter, Mark Dial, David Baldock, Bruce McLeod, and coming to us, especially from his hospital bed, great effort from this man, obviously off the ventilator this afternoon, Andrew Hoffman. How are we, boys?
Terrific. Thanks,
mate.
Being in traction sucks.
Yeah, we'll get to that one a little bit later.
Always in a good mood, Johnny.
That's good to hear. Always in a good mood. Let's have a bit of a few little things first. So just run down and get some advertising out of the way. This is a great thing. If anyone is on the Sunshine Coast area, I highly recommend tomorrow afternoon you get out, go for a walk with the Balin Stewart Foundation and show your support as a community to come together to stop or fight youth knife crime. Big shout out to that one. If anyone's once in that area, if I was up on the Sunshine Coast, I'd be going for a bit of a walk as well.
Absolutely.
And of course, the other one I'm going to do, this one's got a bit of a video to it, so I'll let the video play first and I'll explain it a bit more.
Yeah, just Gunther here. I'm going to give you the chance for me to let you take you at the Sydney Motorsport Park, yeah? This is open up to any vet, yeah? I want to see if you have what it takes not to scheißen yourself, yeah? I want to take you deep into turn 2 and see if you can handle me holding you nice and flat through turn 1, yeah? But yes, it's not in that awesome mobile, yeah? The free candy. No, it's not in that. It's in this piece of awesome. So this is going to be in this awesome piece of machinery, yeah? For $10, you too can be sitting in the passenger seat for Gunther takes you on a personal lap of Sydney Motorsport Park, yeah? And you'll also get in as a bonus the BMW 6 Hour. A few hot laps by the man, the myth, the legend, Andrew McMaster, the man, the mullets. He may even keep his clothes on for you. That's the chance to go for a ride around Sydney Motorsport Park in a podium Bathurst car. So you too could be sitting here in the passenger seat. But first you have to kick. The gas monkey is in the car. What are you doing, gas monkey? So you too could be sitting here as gas monkey. What is that, gas monkey? Shut up, you're drunk again, man. Did you even make it home last night? Or you're going to go scheißen yourself in the passenger seat? We may or may not bolt the passenger seat in for you. But you too could sit here as gas monkey. So make sure you dig deep if you want to come for a ride with Gunther, yeah? Who doesn't want to go nice and deep with Gunther? Or see if you can handle it flat out, yeah? Yeah. Come on, dig deep is $10. It costs coffee. It's done nothing to a good cause. So come on, see if you can hold yourself and hold yourself in control that you don't scheißen yourself. Goodbye.
So for all the Vets drivers, we have a little competition running over the next 3 rounds. 2 rounds started last night, but we're still going to take entries for it today if you're interested, or before the next round if you want to get involved. It's a simple competition. If you've got what it takes to win, you can go for a full lap around Sydney Motorsport Park with the one and only Gunther in the VH and in the Bathurst 6 Hour BMW. Prize has to be taken on the 8th of February between 6 and 10 p.m. is when the event is. It's held in conjunction with TCB Racing and Mad Mac Racing. And what we're doing is, for a $10 donation to Dementia Australia, which she's got to send me the receipt, we put you in the draw, and it works this way. So first of all, it goes on license points. Sorry, not license points, goes on incident points. So if you have 0 incident points, you'll be top of the list. And then after that, it goes on race points. So if you finish first, you get 181 points. And after that, if we're still left with a tie, we will be in the situation where we will go to a fastest lap combined over the 3 circuits during the race. I think it's a great initiative. Dave's trying to get the vets to hopefully have a bit of fun, raise a little bit of money for dementia, and get the boys into the VH and the BMW so you can see what he actually does in the real world. Good luck, Dave, with Gunter, because he'll probably get to turn 1 and say, we go right now, don't we? As he does. Anyway, let's start talking about tonight's race. Let's have a look at this circuit. This is Watkins Glen. We're running the boot layout. We start on the start-finish straight, downhill into the sharp apex of turn 1, where we turn right, and then we sweep up the hill to turns 2, 3, and 4, otherwise known as the S's. Very, very fast fourth gear part of the circuit. And then we come up down the back straightaway towards the inner loop, where we bounce through the inner loop, otherwise known as the AKA bus stop. And then we come around through the outer loop and down the chute, otherwise known as the laces, where we then go through turn 6. And then we get to the toe, where we head uphill again, and then we scoot down into the heel through turn 9, and then through the fast flowing turns 10 and 11. As we said, we're upstate New York this week. This track, very famous and very popular with an old friend of ours here in Split 3 V8 Vets. So just would love to say a huge shout out to our mate Jeff Eddy, who at the moment has been spending a lot of time shoveling snow because they're in the midst of a massive cold snap and snowstorm in upstate New York area at the moment. So keep shoveling, Jeff. Keep watching your Bruce Willis movies, mate, and hopefully we'll see you back shortly in the next season racing vets. So everyone's getting a bit excited. Let's have a look at the grid for this. As we bring up the grid proper, on pole, Mick Clifton from Accelerate Sim Racing with a 1:46.324, cracking time. Reckon he's been getting a bit of coaching from Greg Favell. And then we flip over into this other side of him on the front row to Reese DeGoey, the rookie from Performance Sim Racing, on the front row. That is a cracking effort there. And we definitely need to see how he goes this evening. Russell Gander in third spot, another rookie. Adrian Zeal, Zippy Fly from Team AJR in fourth. The 57-year-old fast bowler from down the Mornington Peninsula way, still sending him down. Ed Cullen from Shadow Racing in fifth. Scotty Perrins from QPR sitting in sixth. Peter Baxter from Coast to Coast in seventh, and alongside Darren Friend from Old Mate and Sons. Great qualifying from Darren. Bruce McLeod from Shadow Racing in ninth, and rounding out the top 10, we've got Fletcher Christensen from Old Mates. Jason Chin from Fishy in 11, alongside Pete Kelleher from Synergy Sim Racing. And on the next page, we've got Darren Walden from Angry Birds, and then we flip over to Nick Hasler from Angry Birds. And then we have El Supremo, Andrew Johnston, who's probably having his eggs about now and drinking his coffee. Morning, Andrew, from Team AJR. And he's alongside Private Tier, which I believe now is Shadow Racing, Mark Dial. And then in 17th, we've got Simon Farrington from Shadow Racing alongside Pacific Esports, Marty Hughes. And then my favourite Dutchman, Greg Sholton from Player One in 19th, alongside Justin Wood from DAG Motorsport. Michael Power from WKMP in 21st, alongside Dave Galley from DAG as well. And then we've got Dave 37 Racing, WKMP's Dave Baldock, alongside John Van Ree from WKMP.
Sorry, can you just repeat that?
No, I can't.
No, move along.
Jeff Sanford, that's the only reason you're in here, isn't it? Jeff Sanford from Player One in 25th, alongside Oceanic Sim Racing's Moses Coraliff in 26th. In 27th, we've got Shane Patterson, Carl Pickering in 28th. Little Hoff all the way back down there. 29th, we've got iDrive Sim Training, Joseph Granshaw, alongside Cole Trickle Baxter. And then in 31st, we've got Gunter. We've got Gunter von Nordschleife. And then he's alongside Phil Marsh. Craig Rose in 33rd from Quantum Pacific Racing, alongside Matt Beale from Player One. 1MLT, Darren Vermey, alongside Old Mates and Sons, Anita Buckland. Big field again here in Vets. And I've just been asked to mute you, Baldock. And Darren Vermey from 1MLT. We've got Tim Vermey from 1MLT in 37th. Matty Monday. Not sure what happened there. Hopefully some of the fishies might come swim in and let us know. Matty not setting a time. And then
Matty had a rear grid.
Rear grid. And I think he might have had some technical issues as well.
He certainly did.
Yeah. And we did have Andrew Hoffman in the safety car. We'll talk about that a bit later. Reg James was our race control. Sean Slater didn't set a time. James McCormack didn't set a time. Lucas Burt filling in for Ryan in race control. Rob Vizzer didn't set a time. Richo didn't set a time. And Brett Fisher didn't set a time. So a field of 43 cars. I think that is pretty cracking to have for split 3.
Yeah, look, Rob also had a rear grid as well.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Because he was flying in practice too. But Mick Clifton's pole lap was I think Mick Clifton's pole lap was like 0.05 or something off his practice lap. Like it was the kind of lap you just go, "How wow, that dude is on fire." I'm not racing him tonight. We'll just let him go, right?
Yeah, a bit of that going on, I think. And Stewie's joined us in the chat as well. How are you, Stewie?
Yeah, good, mate. How you going?
Yeah, good. All organised for the big walk tomorrow?
Yeah. We've, good. Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, really good.
Good. Anyway, we'll continue on here. We will light the wick on this one. It is going to be a pretty interesting race to watch. Plenty of action as we get going, and we will sit on the front row of the griddy with Mick Clifton and we'll watch how they get off the line.
Well, you know, Mickey's just a superstar. He's just playing it, off he goes. You know, no pressure. You know, 1 second in front by turn 1, off we go. Yeah, let everyone race.
The line than last week.
Run through there. That was pretty good, actually. I was surprised that we didn't have too many dramas into turn 1. We'll never forget my first...
Really.
Yeah,
No, Johnny, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, the top 10 of this split on the race starts has been really good. Like, people have sort of slotted in and settled in for a lap or two. Although that said, Reese to go has put pressure on me, like in the bus stop lap 1. But in the main, like it's really good. And so we got away cleanly, and most of the sort of issues that come from the back end.
Race control, car 405.
Just going to run some commentary here.
Go ahead, car 405.
An incident, bus stop, lap 1.
Copy that.
As we're sitting on Mick Clifton. And where is our other mate there? So he's doing really well. He's got off to a good start, Mick. And definitely Adrian Seal tucked in behind. Ed Cullen's done really well. He's picked up 2 spots. Gander's lost 1. DeGoey's gotten all the way back to 5th place. And that is the interesting for lap 1 to go, the big loser. Mick Clifton about to cross the line to complete lap 1 and start lap 2. It's hard when I change people's names. Let's have a look up the back of the pack here. Let's see how Cole Trickle-Baxter's going. A little bit loose.
Sorry.
Obviously, Harry Holt hasn't told him anything.
Can't believe he gave that nickname.
Did you cover that in coaching, Pete?
Oh, I don't coach him, mate. I think someone else said us here.
So
I think Hoffy was coaching him.
Now, you can't always blame the coach.
So lap 2 here, we're trickling along nicely. Well,
by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're here for good racing, you're probably in the wrong spot. If you're here for good fun, you're in the perfect spot for Friday night.
So it's right about now the safety car gets called.
Yep.
Goes to Reg James on lap 2, and then it's right about when Reg finishes his calls. Right about.
Stay where you are.
Where is it? So it's at this point I just got to say I'm confident that I know what to do under the safety car at this point.
Yep.
Now someone reaches out and asks a question and Reg answers, at which point I am no longer confident about what to do under the safety car at this point.
How is Cole getting on anyway?
Oh, I haven't talked to him today. Oh, there he is.
This is where I'm asking him to stop trying to reverse off the
Yep.
off the barrier.
When I
and then
see,
Go.
I was just going to say, when I said he was a good-looking Baxter, I didn't mean he looked like Tom Cruise.
Well, 2 rounds ago, you said he was the perfect Baxter. And I was the ugly duckling. But anyway, he's still sitting there, right? So to be honest, he really embarrassed because he's put so many laps in to try and just have a good race with us.
So just a notable point here: Rhys Goey, Mr. Baxter, Mr. McLeod, and someone else, Mr. HUG, whoever that is, it came in to stop. Everyone else stayed out.
Yep. So yeah, DeGoey, Baxter, McLeod, Hughes, and Dave Galley, James Cormick all winning.
Yeah, as we were in the pits, we were told they were illegal pit stops too. That was really cool.
It was planned strategy already. Rhys Goey saying, as Hoffy here doing a great job in the safety car. That RaceKraft machine looking absolutely extraordinary.
And safe.
And safe, yes, keyword. They've been picked up by Mick Clifton. As we just circle around here, so just been talking about Rhys Goey. My little spies have been out working again this week, and our little sleuth has done his magic. And Rhys Goey, or Reese D, as his mum calls him, this is his first season here in Vets, and he's making his mark already, as we saw, being on the front row. He's a Kiwi, but he lives in Perth. And if he's asked, how do you like the lamb? He usually says in cowgirl position. He's a devoted... he's a devoted father. He likes to make a traditional hangy for his family for Christmas, but he cooks it in a keg instead of underground. Or hungy, sorry, I pronounced that right. His favourite Spice Girl was Baby Spice, and he loves Japanese beer. He's a well-known sneezer, but he just doesn't sneeze once or twice, but he sneezes 3 times. Struggles to be able to grow a man's beard and has settled for a Kiwi beard. He was his high school breakdancer champion, and his dance name was Reese Without a Spoon. And tonight he's probably wearing his jandals, and if he's eating chili, he'll be hiccuping all night. So congratulations on a good start of the season so far to Reese, and all the best for the rest of it, mate.
Oh, and welcome to Vets, Reese. And if you don't know, if you haven't had the shit piled on you, you are now just been inaugurated. So,
It's coming.
but now I know he's a Kiwi. There's no way I'm going to let him past anymore.
Yeah,
No.
And a big thank you to my little spy for all that information.
So on the pit stop, so what were you thinking at this point, Pete? Because I was thinking I'm still going to do 2 more stops because I'm going to be tyre limited, but I just wanted to get the fuel out of the way.
No, my view was this was actually a one-stop race. Same as a lot of Vets race, early safety car. It generally it's one-stop race with a 2 CPS, and if you can drive consistently, so not super fast on clean tyres, but drive like reasonably consistently at the same pace, an early pit stop works. So the thing that worried me though was getting, because Reese and I were down in the 30s now. Was getting held up, so what I really wanted was to Reese be in front of me so he could like scare everyone and I could follow him through.
Yeah, because me, I was definitely thinking it's 2 more stops after this because of tyres, because the left in my testing the left front was getting destroyed. So what I didn't want to do is try and, because in a couple of the races where I've gone long, I've literally run out of tyres at the end. So that's what I was thinking. Everyone else is just thinking, why did those 3 stop? Are they crazy?
Yeah, basically.
I spent the week coaching Carl, and when we got to the race, and I said, "Oh, don't forget it's a 2-stop race, and he goes, "Oh, do I really have to stop?" Is it? Taught him all that fuel saving round here.
Oh, there's no doubt, from this point home, you could have got home one extra stop on fuel if you'd gone on lap 2. That was no question. But for me, it was just like having that racy car at the end. And also splitting strategy with teammates. So, everyone else stayed out. So I thought, because I'm going to miss a couple more races anyway. So I'm definitely not in, fighting for any championship position. So it was like, yep, just roll the dice and see where we end up.
Mm. And speaking of Carl is in 25th at the moment. And he is 2 behind David Baldock.
Oh, he got his eye on him.
So Carl Little Hoff Pickering.
Well, yeah, I said to him, if you don't give it to Dave this week, you may as well give up sim racing.
And Hoff is off. Definitely driving well, Hoff. Obviously enjoying the setup.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I didn't like it.
Yes, Anita Buckman just reminding everybody to hit the like button on YouTube. If you haven't done it, please do. The more likes and stuff we get, and the more people who subscribe as well, the better we are for getting things promoted and people finding out when we go live.
Good to see Hoff returning that the car to pit lane without a scratch.
Yeah, in absolute mint condition.
It's good to see we got 4 more likes than last week.
So, safety car in this lap. So, Vince Clifton going to go? That is the question.
Yeah, just.
Wrong screen. What have I done? Just a really quick reminder there of the Valen walk. Talked about.
Just sort of got the call over the radio from Ed. They've gone. At which point I went, no, we haven't. Because look at this. Look where we are. Like they're in the start-finish straight. There, he's starting the lap, and there's still cars way coming out of the boot.
Jeez, that's a cracking
Didn't start. The leading 3 cars are already 3 seconds, 4 seconds ahead of everybody else.
And that's the danger of what we're taking that stop, Rob, is because we are just buried deep. We've lost that so much of that track position.
Gunther likes being buried deep.
Yeah, he does. So at this point, Mr. Baldock, where are you rolling, Mr. Van Rieck? Where are you guys hanging out?
Mr. Baldock's under a lot of pressure for Mr. Pickering.
No, not yet.
Where am I? I am sitting in 18th. Up 6 spots already. Just...
Oh God, now I've got a drink. Thanks for that.
Settling into the race. Tucked up behind Moses Korolev. Thinking I'll just stay with him. And then about this stage...
Despite popular opinion too, Carl and I were having a good race there.
So at this stage my phone rings. Do you really want to know what was going on, Bruce? My phone rings, it's security from work. And it was like, I'm going to have to go here. This doesn't sound very good.
And you said, gee willikers, over the Discord.
And pulled it up and parked it there for a little bit and sorted out the shit that was going on. So that's what happened to me.
He got out of his sim, drove 4 blocks away, sorted his problem out, and still was on the lead lap. How the hell does that work?
Well, he sets up the service, right?
It's garbage. I've got a wee. I need to go for a wee, and I've got to piss in my sim, on my seat and everything. And yet he can drive 4 blocks, and we've got to pull over to the side of the road and wait till he gets back.
Hey Dave, if you want to set up the service, come and have a chat with me during the weekend. I'll show you John's tricks. Yeah, and then you can get up and he can have your wee and just not lose your spot.
Oh, it was just unbelievable. Okay, can everyone just pull over to the side of the road and stop?
No, I didn't.
John's just got to go over and sort stuff out.
I didn't go back in. I actually rang someone else and said, "You go sort it out."
You can see the green lights flashing. So it's like, yep, everyone go now.
Is that
John's back?
That's John Van Rie's glitch in the Matrix, right? What he's done is he's paused us all. He's gone and sorted out the security thing, and then the green lights come up on the screen, going, "Oh yeah, okay, we're all racing again, right? Let's get back to it." So
Yep. And you can see we've worked it out, and it's gone off the screen.
So
We've worked it out, bang.
But this is just also proving you can have that brown. What is it? The brown emergency without having to rage quit.
Who brought that up last week? This week.
That was classic.
That was.
Now, should I be worried that Reg and Pete stepped out and helped into a private room for a little bit? Is that something we should be concerned about?
Reg was worried that I did a legal pit stop, mate.
I'm getting ready to penalise them both.
Oh, Reg has got his red pen out.
I have.
Look out. Let's have a look at my favourite Dutchman's going. Mr. Shelton. He's doing really well. He's up 2 spots. Tucked in behind Moses Coralish.
Is that 2 player 1 cars together?
Yeah.
Look
It's
out.
not what
There's nothing better.
Nah, it's not what you think.
When does the waters get back?
Not sure. One thing we could do is we could make it a whole lot simpler if we just change the regs to say the pit window opens after lap 3 or lap 4 or lap 5. just move it and remove a whole lot of regs.
How does it make it simpler?
It takes the fun out of it.
No, because you can just change the regs and say the CPS window opens lap 5 and have one reg. That's it.
Okay.
After you've finished.
In sympathy with turn 12. In sympathy with turn 12 at Winton. The inner loop at Watkins Glen, I present.
Bruce, most of us can't count past 3, let alone go to 5 on our thing.
I know.
That's grown-up counting.
Oh, dearie me. That was a big hit though from Laurel.
No, it was. And it's easy to do too because there's 2 lines through there, right? There's the tight line and the wide line, and it's the it's actually easier in the supercar than in a GT3 because the GT3 you're on the wrong side of the car and you're further away from the wall. But yeah, it's easy enough to do. I did plenty of practice.
How are you finding, Stewie, watching these guys that you've been coaching starting to progress and make some gains?
Oh, it's awesome, isn't it? Like, when I started off, we had Jamie would do the coaching, and yeah, it brought me from back of field to midfield, and now I'm starting to get top 10s. So yeah, that's why I wanted to give back to the league because you guys have done so much for us. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good to see you doing it, and it's really nice when people give back.
Slater making a move.
Yeah, on Zagunta. Just stay with this.
This week will be an interesting practice test. Tough track.
Oh, in the wall.
Ouch.
It is a tough track, but it's actually a very fun lapping track.
That was big. We'll just check what's going on up the front between Zippy and Clifton. A good little battle here. And of course, we've got a few boys that have stopped. So Pete Baxter is leading our stoppers in front of DeGoey. He's back in 23rd. And Pete, just noticed when we were on nose cam before, as you're coming up behind Little Hoff here, just noticed there's something new on your logo, mate, on your livery, mate.
Well, you blokes all called me the ugly duckling on round. I think it was round 3, wasn't it? So I figured I'd just tap a little ugly duckling there on the cam. It's on a couple of spots in the car, just a little touch out to say, there you go, that's the ugly one of the 2 brothers. I'm here to race. I did put it only one way up, right? So I'm not sure if I need it the other way up. It's somewhere on the car, but maybe that's for the other car. I might get a pretty duckling for Rob's car and put it upside down somewhere.
You're probably pretty safe having it one way up on your car.
How did you get past Carl so quickly? Now I'm seeing where the game was made.
No, I actually found most of the drivers in the sort of P20 to about where we were, I think 34 when we come out of the pits. They're actually really kind to Reese and I. I think we had a couple of spots on the track, particularly here, coming through the S-bend and just down into the boot. This was a spot where Reese and I seemed to have a lot of speed on the others, and on the inside we were able to make a lot of spots there. And look, to be honest, guys were really accommodating. I didn't really come up to a fight until I come up to Jeff Sanford. But even and that was like a few corners. And, Jeff held in there and made me go around the outside. The bugger. He wasn't nice. He just made me go around the outside. But that's cool. That's racing. Good.
Just going back to lap 5, Bruce. It wasn't actually security that rang me. It was Pete. And said, it was Pete, and he said, "I'm coming through. Do you mind just getting out of the way?"
Oh, okay, yeah. No, because the reason why I say that because I got up to the back of Carl, and that's as far as I could get, and I spent a lot of time behind Carl.
Oh, is Carl in the chat? Is Carl in the chat? Hey, let us know, Carl, if you got something against Bruce. Let us know. That's
I wasn't push it because I'm being respectful, and the opportunity never came.
It's because Carl was stuck behind me and he just couldn't get past. That was the problem.
Oh, that's right. I did enjoy your battle.
That's not actually true.
Here we go, because I was so slow and I wasn't a gentleman, I wouldn't let him through. Because it's Coffee's love child, and it's like, oh, come on, let him through.
Because I was being deliberately conservative. I wasn't pushing too hard because I wanted to go for the tyres, and I was thinking about the end game. And, Reese and Pete went chuff and off they went, and I just caught up the back of Carl, and that's where I stayed until he peeled. And by then they'd long gone.
So Darren Friend's still running in the top 10. Chinny chasing him down.
By the way, Mark, I just want to say congratulations on getting through without having a wheelbase destroy itself and bring out a safety car.
Yes. I have solved the issue, and Fanatec didn't like their little email.
I bet they didn't.
So is it now, hanging off the boat?
Did you give him the old, do you know who I am?
I'm the Godfather. So on that, Mark running a different Godfather livery this week. Different colours coming across the Shadow Racing colours with Brett giving him any livery, but of course the Godfather's still on the roof.
Well, apparently you lost a bet.
What bet are these?
Yeah, I shall say. It's on the roof, so we're going to point of keeping the Godfather.
I was going to say, I really appreciate it, guys. Happy to just, in public, pay out their debts, debt-free, and then Marcus, what bet did I lose?
I've lost nothing.
Scotty Perrins.
Making a move.
Been behind Gander for a little while now. Nicely done, Scotty.
Yeah, that's a nice move. Scotty and Russell were having a really good race last night. They both qualified pretty well, and drove off. And it's good to see Russ Gander up in the top group. I picked Russ in the when we first did the splits for split 3, and I think he's about mid-pack in split 3 from the pre-qual. And I thought, I reckon as a rookie, Russ is probably going to challenge us a little bit more than being mid-pack split 3, and it's good to see him up there now. So I think he's coming to terms with the supercar a little bit more than he was about 5 weeks ago.
Yep. Definitely driving well.
Yeah.
Just needs to fix his spec map up.
Reese to go, he's just done pass of the century.
Yeah.
There can only be one pass of the century.
Only one. Oh, well, that's common.
But hang on, but you've had that many that you were quickly off.
No, I had one, and then it just blew up from there.
Yeah, the pass of the century, isn't that the pass of every 100 laps? It depends which century you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, good. No, good point.
Nice work, Bruce. Love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Russell Gander, if you're having trouble with your spec map with your white windows, I'm happy to put a Day 37 Racing
Sean Slater.
livery on your car for you.
Hasler into the pits, a little bit in now. Fletcher
How do
Christensen
you
doing
know
well.
this lap, Dave? Geez, lap 12's out of sync. That's either really early pit stop or...
Yeah, it's one of it's a drive-through. Might be a drive-through, I think. No, he stops. Up on the jacks. No, it is early.
Yeah. Interesting. So I want to just say good morning to Andrew Johnson. How was the breakfast?
Yes, looking forward to waking up in the morning and reading our commentary report from Andrew. See if we get 5-star rating.
I definitely do enjoy watching Andrew's streams. I just sort of want to get an extra different viewpoint of the race, so I make a point of I don't actually watch it all live, I zip through a couple of bits, but I definitely take a point of watching Andrew's streams.
Yeah, he does a great job with them.
Yep.
Oh, Jono. Nicely tucking you along here.
Yeah, and those liveries pop too, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. And he's definitely getting a lot faster too. Like ever since he's brought some teammates on board, he's qualified top 10. He's improving week after week.
And loving the fact that he's joined East Coast as well.
Yeah, he's doing it's definitely helping him. Like he's doing East Coast, he's doing New Zealand vets and New Zealand supercars and vets every week. So he's definitely getting the races in.
Yeah, and the fact that East Coast are now basically Tuesday night running the same track you're going to run on Thursday night. Great little practice hit out for him. And consistent race control between the two events.
That's what I was surprised about your comments, Bruce, of the tyre deg. I did East Coast and did 23 laps and didn't find much deg at all, so...
I think, the reason why I'd say that is because what you can do is if you're a top split one driver, you won't get any, the deck will be fine. But if you're not at the top end of the game, there's a real danger at this track in particular that you push it too hard through the loop. Like it's very easy in this corner here to push too hard and burn through the left front.
Yeah, so 100%. Yeah, I get.
So that's what I'm talking about, Deg. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you destroy that left front as opposed to everything else. I think that's and with a 300k race, that was always a concern, right? That you just push too hard in that corner, burn that front left. Because I think I did a test run and I got it down to 69% on the left front. Of course, it's always different in test conditions versus not. So it's not a matter of it was an issue, but making sure it wasn't going to be an issue, if that makes sense.
Oh, Brucey, 69%'s not blown. Just keep going, mate. You're fine, right?
Well, it's not. So again, this is another. Well, and then there's the tyre core temperature and the way you heat cycle the tyre is also different to the wear, right? So you may have a wear that feels like you can have a tyre that feels like crap with 95% left on the tyre, right? So it's heat cycling as well. Plays the way the heat comes in plays a big difference.
I'm sure if Gunter was here, he'd take 69, but take 69.
He would.
Sure he would as well, definitely. Dave Bulldog.
Having a great run. Out in front, and Scott making the move.
Yeah.
Look at that, nice and clean. Beautiful racing. A lot of room left on the turn, side by side. A little bit there, tuck in the back. Yep, you lost it. Away you go. Awesome.
So I don't know what's going on with Scotty Perrins, because I used to, like last couple of seasons, I used to always find myself racing lap after lap with Scotty Perrins, and I hardly see him on track now. So either he's way ahead of me, or I'm way ahead of him, but normally we had very similar sort of pace before. So.
Or maybe it's just a difference in how much practice time everybody gets during the week.
Oh, I'm not saying Scott's slow. I think there's some cases where he's way faster, but we just used to spend for a few seasons, we're in Split 2 and Split 3, we would literally find ourselves, battling away for lap after lap for a big chunk of races. So just it's interesting. I don't see much anymore. Well, I do in this race a bit in the midsection, but I haven't seen it for a while on track.
So, I do have an apology from Gunter for not being with us this evening. He's helping out his neighbour, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Is the code, Johnny?
I don't know.
Helping out neighbour. There's two elements there that could be codified. I'm just not sure which one to interpret.
I hope she appreciates his help.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I hope you changed the batteries in the right way.
Now, these guys went straight there. I'm just. I've always been trying to run a respectable show here. Speaking of respectable, where is Gunter? He's in a great little battle.
Batteries.
It's a great little battle here with Joseph Grenshaw. Good to see Joseph having a good run here as well. Both of them have already had one stop. Probably a little bit of a lap early. And we'll come back to that in a minute. Pete Kelleher's gone into the pits. Baldock and Pickering. Look at this. And McLeod.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting
This
exciting.
is exciting.
Oh, you're still there, Bruce?
Yep, still there.
If you watch down here, Carl stays to the left, turns in really late.
Here we go.
What could possibly be coming?
Kate, you were a little bit sore that Andrew didn't teach you that.
No, not at all. I'm just saying, I got taught by David Wall, that's a professional car racing driver, not some guy that can't even finish a second lap in a safety car. But you know, it is what it is.
And goes to his neighbours for the coaching session.
Anyway, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Gunter.
I just did some nice car positioning.
That's an off track. Right there.
There, you can go off track. You're allowed to do that. Allowed to
Yeah,
come
you
back
can.
on. Allowed to rejoin safely. He's done that.
No, you can. You'll get a 1x for it.
Let's just say he may have. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. Let's just say he may or may not have had to do a drive-through last night for 17 incident points. Will Grenshaw the big dive. Oh.
2 into the bus stop does not go. I think what's the interesting, just if I contrast my performance here from an X point of view between this and last time, I think I finished this race with 1X. Last time I was here, I got a drive-through penalty for too many incidents, so I was definitely a lot cleaner this time than I was last time we were here. And we'll be back on the calendar next season as well, because I think Scops or the E-Series is going here, so we are too.
It is a good little circuit. It is a draft track. We get a lot of the complaint about that, particularly the Pro Series boys. Oh, it's just a draft circuit. But, you know, end of the day, you've still got to play the strategy game. You've still got to put the car where you need to put the car to play that draft game. And, you know, it does create an interesting element.
I don't think this is the draft layout, John. I think if you take the chicane out, then that's the draft layout.
That's the real draft layout, yeah.
Yeah. Especially in a skippy, you literally will get pass and repass every lap.
Yeah, but if you take more run out, it just becomes more on his batshit.
Yeah.
You should.
I find the boot with the chicane is actually a really good layout to race. It's not necessarily the easiest to pass in a lot of spots, and you do have to sort of work out where you can pass, but yeah, you're gonna make up places with strategy, and there are some places if you like faster. So good racetrack.
So this side-by-side action here, this is the exact reason why I went with the boot layout as opposed to the NASCAR layout, and so people could run off the track like that and bang the wall. Sorry, Peter. But it basically because you get those extra passing opportunities. And what was interesting is I managed to pull off passes in the toe in the first few laps. I was able to hold a tighter line and come out with better power. Once people sort of realised that was a passing opportunity, I had no chance doing that in the back third of the race. So it was interesting to see how people got more defensive as the race went on.
That was a great demo by Pete Gallagher. Bruce, how much do you pay him for the demos?
What?
Oh, Pete, if you don't get paid for your demos, mate, talk to Bruce McLeod. He's open all week.
It was perfect timing, wasn't it? And just fall off like that.
This is what it is. So meanwhile, was there a 10th? Yeah,
Yes,
so me and
yeah.
Carl Pickering still going at it.
Yeah, and Zeal,
Dave Bulldog.
everyone's friend, have all dropped into the pits. Here we go.
Here we are. So I'm loving this show. I'm just sitting back going, okay, these are probably going to come together, so let's not be involved.
Just calm down, Hoffy. The doctor said not to get too excited.
All right, boys, I've got to run, but yeah, thanks for having me, and I'll catch those that are interested in coaching on Sunday night.
So once again, Michael, thanks for everything you do for the league. That coaching that you put on for us is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
We all appreciate it in Split 3.
Hey,
anytime.
Mike, look out for Cole Trickle Baxter. He probably needs a bit more extra hours this week.
And you might want to cover pit entry. That's a key point.
And I'd probably suggest Stewie coming back and having a look. Oh, Bulldog! No!
After the century, did you see that?
That wasn't even on my list. I was just going to say, you might want to come back, have a look a bit later at the replay around lap 40, 41 in that area. Just a tip.
All right.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, some safety car management might be in play this week for coaching.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've already been asked about safety cars, so okay.
And if you see me come up to the rim from coaching, just pretend I'm a split 3 driver, alright?
No problem.
Cheers,
Continue. I even have to coach Scotty McCune every now and then, so yeah, all good, doesn't matter who you are.
Be there.
Good luck
with everything, mate.
Let's go.
Thanks very much. Thanks for your support, and yeah, we'll catch you later.
No worries, Stewie. See you, mate.
Cheers.
So Ed Cullen doing a solid job out in front, but Mick Clifton has just bolted 9 seconds up the road.
And it's super fast all night, wasn't he? Like,
Yeah.
absolutely cracking fast. I think we're coming up to the first pit stops if you didn't pit under safety car.
We are.
So, yeah.
And
So
Steve,
I think lap 20, was it?
Yeah.
20 laps?
Yeah, I think the sort of window is starting to open now. People are starting to think about it. If they were trying to undercut, they might have gone in now. Or if they've got a high fuel burn. But yeah, I noticed a massive difference in fuel burn too, between if you're going like a flat out, balls to the wall lap versus I'm saving a little bit lap. There's a good, 200-300 mil difference in fuel burn.
Possibly more, Dave.
Okay, so that's an interesting comment, Bruce, because I kind of drive the whole race with that, can I hang on to this car the whole race type strategy. not flat out versus, not flat out.
Yeah, no, so it's obviously a lot easier if you're following in behind someone, but there's a lot of lifting and following cars in and those sorts of things, which sort of gives you the double benefit of it's fuel saving as well as tyre conservation. But the problem is, for me anyway, I was still too slow doing that. I didn't keep the pace up doing that strategy.
And it's going to talk about this fella. I reckon come next week, this bloke will be the man to watch. Greg Shelton, when we head to Zandvoort. Just a couple of k's west of Amsterdam on his home soil.
A Zandvoort layout we haven't been to either.
Yes, the banked curving.
It's the new F1 bank layout.
Well, that's interesting, with a Daytona 24-hour this weekend, which will take away some people from practice, I guess. Less practice for some, maybe. Who knows?
Who needs practice?
It's not as banked as I thought it was. I had a bit of a run around on the baseline setup before. I thought it was a bit more banked than what it was.
And how did you like the baseline setup?
I hated it. Hated it with a passion. Although saying that, Jamie that's probably what he's been giving us for the last how many seasons?
So the baseline setup is actually a setup that's not intended to be driven. It's a setup that's intended to pass tech on every track. That's it. That's the official word from iRacing. So
Well, you're pretty
why
safe.
are you driving the baseline setup?
Well, you're pretty safe with any setup if you got Mark driving it then.
Yeah, true.
Oh, it's alright. I'll just go and have a word with your mate Chris Chandler and see if he can improve them.
I think the only sort of criticism that I know I had of the set was I would have liked it, and I think Mark, you were thinking the same thing. Of all jokes aside, a bit more front end grip would have been nice. So just to change the balance slightly, but it was what it was.
I actually had drama, like I did practice with it as well, and I found I threw the brake bias way back to about 49.5.
Wow.
So, yeah, we went the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you would, because you're different, but yeah.
I love it.
Nah, I tried to I tried what you did. I did the same everything every week. I go ridiculously stupid forward because I know it's Jamie's setup, or I go ridiculously backwards, and neither one worked. So I just had to deal with it.
Kroloff making a move.
Oh, no, I liked it. I actually thought the setup was pretty balanced. But yeah, look, to be honest, we're all split 3 drivers. What the hell do we know?
Well, the other thing too is I tried the VRS setup during the week because when I was looking at the tutorial, Addison was talking about just going up the hill flat with no lift. I was dying if I tried that. And I noticed the VRS set definitely had a bit more front end grip, which is very helpful up the hill, through the bus stop, and through the loop.
One thing with Jamie's setups, and I hope he doesn't kill me, but these flowing tracks, he always sets brake bias forward than what it needs to be, and that helps out the whole 3 splits. So if you're a little bit more confident, you can throw the brake bias back.
Well, shit, we all put it forward, mate. What does that say about us?
Yeah. So I put it forward to try and get a bit, because of just the way I brake with my. There's Carl finally loose. Finally, I'm free. On lap 21. So what I find is, for me, with the way I trail brake, I'm not the best trail breaker. I always release too quickly, so I tend to run more brake bias to help with that, help around my driving issues. But having said that, it's I was definitely running it a little bit further to the rear with a full fuel load to try and again help that front left survive.
Yeah. I drive it different to everyone else. I actually get the sleep angle through braking into the corners.
Yep.
I don't use the accelerator.
Go-kart style.
That's right. Yep.
Mr. Pete Latham does the exact same thing. His telemetry looks completely different to everyone else on the team.
Then why aren't I as fast as him?
Go and look in the mirror and ask yourself that question.
A little bit more tyre wire on that nut between the wheel and the pedal. Super right.
Yeah. So there you go, Pete. You managed to pull 14 seconds.
Hang on to gear fuel.
That's a big gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, didn't. To be honest, I wasn't even looking behind me. I was just sort of focused on in forward, in front, and at this stage, because this was like, most people are doing pits, and I was kind of thinking, okay, where are Brees and I going to come out? We should come out 1-2.
Simon Farrington takes the lead.
Yep, goes in the lead, and then Goey, he's only 6 seconds back. Baxter rolling past everybody now.
That's a perfect line for going up there.
Oh, talk the rest of the lap, Hoffy.
Oh, so you're heading up here and you're looking for the 500, giving it hell. Looking for the 500, here it comes, get ready. There it is, lift, brake at the line, down the fall, let it coast in. Little bit of acceleration out, leave it in fourth. Just enough acceleration for the momentum, and then plant it out here, get that slide happening just as you drop off, lift down in the third, bring it in, wait for the car to grip up, and then hammer it, down here, wait for the 300, lift, brake, down in the second, hit the apex, snap it in the third, foot flat to the boards. Then you're coming up here and you're looking for the board again, and then you lift, brake, down in the second, hit the apex in the third, hammer it, looking for the dark patch of grass on the right, there, lift, leave it in third, just let it coast around about now, you start to give it hell. Then you hit the board, there, lift, coast, leave it in fourth, at the end of the ripple strip, lift, let it coast in, hit the apex, give it hell, and you're out. Then you're looking for the light, the safety light, which is right there, lift, down in the third, turning a little bit later, give it hell, get right over on the ripple strip where he is, turn in late, lift a bit, and then into it. That way you don't have to lift on the way up the hill.
Yep.
And hit 6 and just keep it flat.
Nice work off. Love it. Good stuff. As Faz heads into the pits, Reese DeGoey resumes the role of race leader in his jandals.
And then the 23 lap race ends. We go across the line, first, second, third. Thanks for coming. Is that what happened?
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's wrong, fellas.
I don't know. I reckon Cole Trickle Baxter would probably take that.
I reckon he would too.
We'll get to him. But no. This is obviously strategy playing out. Reece and I did that really early pit stop, and it was like, how far do you go now? And all I wanted Reece to do was to pit before me, so I could go across the leader and get an extra point. So.
So Scotty Perrins, he's back in 26. I didn't see what happened to Scotty because he was running up the front end with the Used boys a bit earlier.
Yeah, he's kind of out of sync there, isn't he?
No.
'Cause I would have expected to see Scotty in between Adrian Zeal and Joe Tinder in that little zone there. So he must, yeah, something must have happened.
Right, a good little battle race here between these boys. We got Baldock in front, Pato, and then Scotty Perrins here with Matt Beale behind. Sholton not too far off the back of these lads, only 8 seconds back. Goey saying he pitted with 2 leaders left.
So Reggie, you guys bored at this point? Or
No, mate. No, never bored. There's always something to watch.
Split one. We used to do. Or Andrew Johnson's stream. Even check TV.
Reg
We'll
had,
get
to,
them all going.
Reg had to put up with me going, oh, here goes Carl, he's making a move.
Valid point there.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed the quieter times because I actually get to see some of the battles that are on track and see how they progress. Also check out the way other people drive and an attempt to try and find out why I'm so damn slow.
Oh, all race controllers are slow, Reg.
Yep. You confirm that.
Yeah, get used to that.
Oh, okay.
The wife just asked me what I was doing, and I said, I'm watching the broadcast, I'm helping out. And she said, while drunk? I said, yeah, it's not going to end well.
Let's have a look how Anita's going. Anita's back in 34th. She's up 2 spots. Driving pretty well.
Oh, Mr. Van Rees back on the road, I see.
Yeah.
Crisis averted.
Yeah, rang somebody. They got in trouble. They went and sorted it.
Drove 4 blocks, punched someone out, came back, sat in a brig, bought himself a sheepdog.
Sounds good to me.
Didn't lose a lap. They're not rigged. That's a,
You just got to get
it's
on the right
almost
side
like
of the matrix.
It's almost like Gran Turismo. You just had catch up on.
I wish. Look at a little battle here. Hasler and Christensen.
Nick always seems to be in a fight.
Yeah.
You
All
have
right.
to get Nick pitted really early. Like lap 11.
Yeah, he went on that
yeah.
lap 11, yeah. James is yet to pit. He went on lap 3.
He's going for a move. Stick tight.
Nicely done.
Gets it done.
Yeah, I was really impressed watching everyone go through there last night. They were really respectful, planned it early on whether they could make it or not.
Except for me, because I was holding up Carl.
I was going to say, don't watch me try and move on Sky later on.
Well, Moses Carl left through there. So there's a few boys getting the job done.
So, John, we got a request there from Brett about where is everyone at with pit stops? Have you got that graphic? Is that
Pit
available?
strategy. There
Of course
we
he
go.
does.
There's,
It's
Yeah,
fun
look at
doing
that.
that.
there's the top 20. So DeGoey, Baxter, McLeod, Hughes all pitted about lap 2 or 3, I think it was, or lap 2. Lap 16 for Zeal, 14 for Kelleher, 19 was Walden. Everyone else except for McCormick. So I do have the lap on the board there, so you can see it, plus the graphic.
Have we established whether they were legal or not?
Yeah, we established that, I think.
Yep.
Reg has gone
No,
quiet.
it's not. I think I need a
Reg-
definitive answer.
Reg has gone quiet, so.
No. Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Look, I'm pretty sure when I pit, it's legal.
Mr. I write the regs, but I think.
Well, the safety car wasn't called on lap 1. Lap 2 had commenced, so.
Do I need to get Josh Straight here that wrote these originally?
No, he didn't actually write these ones originally.
I knew that get a bite.
It wasn't Drage.
That's not what he says.
Yeah, no, Drage doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, can I quote you on that?
Yeah. Doing well. Yeah, we're going to go a little bit of this battle back here we had before of Perrins, Beale, and Patterson, and Baldock in front of this group.
Not surprising. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Perrins making the move. Having a big look up the inside here. Just knocked on the door. Said, can I please come through? Baldock opens it up.
Yeah, that's right. Open the steering when you know it's someone. That's faster.
I didn't see a lot of that in split 1 last night after watching the replay.
Yeah, apparently it was the opposite after lap 30.
Yeah, a lot of drivers seem to be out of sync without the pace or the respect for the faster drivers coming through.
Yeah, look, I watched a fair portion of it last night and listened to some of the interviews afterwards. And Darren did make a valid point, and that is that the competition is now so high and the league is run so well that, you know, the guys are all driving at their max, if you know what I mean, in split 1, to try and stay there, and also to try and here we go, another one on Baldock. Oh!
Oh,
Oh no!
oh,
Oh, really?
oh no! Oh no! Comedy of errors.
That's a free joint.
I've gone quiet.
That wasn't even on the
Oh,
cheat
no,
sheet, so I apologise, Dave.
Oh, I hadn't seen that. Oh, let's go.
Have another drink, Dave.
I hate you all.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying I hate you all.
I guess it's hard because the blokes that have been around for such a long time are used to the comradeship that we had, you know, sort of going back in that sort of season 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, and we're all used to that. But you know, a lot of these newer guys that have come in have come in from leagues such as, you know, Scots and New Zealand Supercar, and you know, they've come racing at high level leagues straight into this league. Now we've had one or two come from the Pro Series, so you kind of got guys coming with that level of racing now and bringing that intensity to the vets, particularly in Split 1. So, you know, it's hard with a league to try and get that balance right. You know, we've basically got the same reg set as East Coast, the same reg set as Pro Series. Apart from the only difference really between Pro Series and vets is we have a points-based penalty for post-race. They have time-based penalty, which is easy to do when you're running a race every 4 weeks. When you're sort of running a race every week and running 3 splits, it can be very time-consuming going back, recalculating results for post-race penalties. Yeah, that's probably about the only real difference between the two, but the basic rule set is the same. And we had a good conversation the other night, Pete. We've just got to try and get across all the leagues that run that rule set, you know, a bit of consistency with how things are adjudicated and how we go about it, I guess.
Oh, look, you know, to be honest, it's not easy. Everybody has their own method of assessing incidents, and as you know, John, I've got a very prescribed method that a lot of people don't see, but it's quite a prescribed method for the Pro Series. I've shared that with Reg last night and a couple of others,
and Seb as well, when Seb was
involved. Seb, and look, happy to share it then. But to be honest, Dave does a wonderful job with vets. I've always offered myself as a caller party if he needs it, but he's covered it really well. I think, to be honest, from all the things I've seen, Dave leading the race control here for vets is doing a super job, and there's always going to be 1 or 2 contentious issues. we get them in the Pro Series, right? And that's, no one's immune to that, whether you do race control or not. All I would say is, if anybody wants to just sit up and criticise race control and you've never had a crack, come and have a crack. If you want to judge the judges, be a judge yourself, and see how you go. So one thing I do find is you might be able to drive fast, you might be able to race well, but if you can't make a decision, you can't do race control, and that makes a big difference. But yeah, I'll put it out there. I'm happy to help anybody who wants to do it. So.
Yeah, too easy. Good little battle here with McCormick, Farrington, Dial, and Mike Power. Glad you apologised to Pato Baldock.
Josh, I've messaged Josh Strage and he's waiting for his apology too.
Ain't coming.
I can send you the screenshots of what we've just been talking about if you like.
Oh, that's all right. I'll apologise to Josh because, to be honest, I've only ever known John Van Ree to send me the rules to have a read of before the Pro Series. So I don't know where they come from before he did this. So if that is true, Josh, and I don't have a factual thing or even a Google thing to prove that, but Josh, I will apologise.
Josh is telling me he wrote them originally and Ben stole them.
We did steal a big
the sheet of paper starts with him with the NTE series, John Van Ree, you thief.
No, and then Ben took them for the E series, of which then Case Supercar got involved and then tweaked them a bit more. And
I know how you feel about supercars, so don't bring that up.
And then we ran the first, I think, 2 or 3 rounds with that rule set. And then after that, we then adopted the rule set that was being used by the 86 class, the Toyota 86 class.
I'm pretty sure he's just put here, you're lucky he's too busy to come into the broadcast.
Well, he could come into the broadcast and try and sell his gear.
I heard he was thinking about donating his monitors and his pedals to me. What a lovely guy.
A great bloke.
I heard you were doing that.
Yeah, I think I was. All my dreams have winter in them.
Oh, that's even worse.
Sorry to interrupt, boys, but we have a new race leader.
We do, yeah. I'm trying to get to that. Mr. Baxter, the ugly duckling himself.
Oh, I didn't see the ugly duckling. Show it.
Just look in the mirror, Dave.
I was putting the chickens away. Oh, yep, there you go.
There it is. I had
Look at
one
that,
more
that's
lap.
gorgeous.
Now, like, cat out of the bag here. So when we did those first pit stops, what I learned after the race, because Reese came in and had a chat, he filled up 6 litres less than I did. So I had one more lap of fuel, which gave me a 1 point. Thank you, Reese. But his point was his 6 litres made him faster. I don't think that's the case. I just think he was faster. But yeah, I'll take the point. Happy.
6 litres wouldn't make you faster.
But here we go. Yeah, back down into the back of the field. Reese and I was trying to. I did hope that I'd saved a little bit of fuel on him. Actually, I wanted to come out in front of him.
Now, you went in with a 20-second lead over me, or thereabouts. Now, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm 3 stopping, not 2, so I should come out with like a couple of seconds behind as opposed to 20.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Yep.
That's more than a couple,
That's
Bruce.
what there.
That's 80 litres basically. I'm putting in.
Do you need somebody to give you a push start, Bruce?
Yeah. And that's pretty much where my race ended. That whole middle stint there. That was what took me out of contention.
And Scotty Perrin's now in a good little battle with Carl Pickering.
At that point there, Bruce, I probably wouldn't have penalised you if you had have asked me to get the leaders to pull over.
Cool. So Carl was having a look, because I just come out of the pits there and I'm like, no. I remember what happened last time you were ahead of me. That's not going to happen. So I defended pretty hard there, to be honest.
You done well to get out of the way.
Hey, you're right. You pulled away.
But I must admit, last night was so much fun. It was like everywhere you go, there was just battles up and down the field.
That was fun for some.
No.
Oh, Bruce, he could have done that 20 laps earlier for you.
He could have, yeah.
Was that in the coaching manual as well?
Yeah, how to recover.
You gonna put that?
That's actually a pretty good recovery, to be honest. Every time I've lost it there, I've ended up in the fence, pointed straight in and stuck. So,
Yeah.
and that was in practice. So, yeah, he actually did a pretty good job to get out of that. He only lost about 4 or 5 seconds in a few positions.
And a bit of paint.
Yeah. Straight in the pit. Oh, look at that. Fast repair as well. Fuel up, off to the end.
Jump back up the front. Zippy's leading out by 5 seconds from Chitty and Walden and Clifton. So this is a good little battle here for 2nd, 3rd and 4th.
Look at all those one bys as they go over the yellow line then. One by. Could have gone over a few more times, Jace. That would have helped.
I know I know at least one person that got got over the 17 points. But I think I only had about 3 or 4, I think, for the night.
Watkins Glen is a really interesting track for that, because it is. There's a couple of spots where the fastest line is over the white lines like that, and if you I've had some league races where the organisers have just said, all right, no limits, and people are getting like 2 and 3 instant points per lap because they're just going over them. And I'm like, oh wow, okay. 17 is actually quite tight on a 55 lap race of Watkins Glen. So really, really careful. I think I ended up with like 6, and they were all off the first corner, just coming out just a little bit wide. But so easy to get a 1 here.
So was it you, Reg, telling me someone got an unsafe rejoin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm more than happy for people to use whatever part of the track they like. They can go on and off however they like. They'll get a cut track when iRacing deems it a cut track. But it's pretty clear for us. If you go off, you come back on and you cause a collision.
Yeah.
Not something I enjoy doing, but it does make my life a lot easier if I see all 4 wheels on the track.
Was it me? It was me, wasn't it?
No, Dave. Not everything is about you, mate.
Oh, don't tell lies. Everything's about me.
You sure about
If
that?
it's not about me, it's not interesting.
This is true. I agree.
I'm just so compared to the success, I get super
As long as it's not about Mark Dial, because we're sick about hearing
So
about him.
good
I'm the Godfather.
a good little battle here with Sanford and Gander, and DeGoey trying to work his way back through.
He's the widest Mustang in Split 3, Mr. Jeff Sanford.
Oh, that's a bit rough.
No, did you not see the message that he posted in chat this morning?
Did he drive well?
We have a great battle for many, many laps at the end.
Look, Jeff John Bow Sanford is allowed to drive as wide as he wants, right?
Oh, of course he is. I'm saying that as a compliment, not as a as a negative. Because it's all about when, right? So there's a time and a place, and the last 5 laps is the time and the place.
No, well, yeah, exactly right. But yeah, and this is a good sim racing discussion, right? Because I think a lot of people think they have to do that, block for the whole 55 laps, and you're like, well, actually, that's not racing. Really, you're trying to save that for the last few laps. But here we go.
There's a move. Get pulled out of it. So because I don't know if you noticed, Pete, but I deliberately let you and Reese past early on.
I'll take it.
And let you past. Just because I didn't want to fight that early on.
No, to be honest, I did the same for Reese, and there's one to come yet too.
I'll give you a hot tip.
No, memorable.
I'll give you a hot tip, Bruce. I don't give any away for free. Just don't qualify so fast. Then you don't have to let them pass.
I'm qualifying shit.
Oh no, that's how you win the most past for the season, right? Yeah. We've been there, Mr. Van Reed. We know what that's about.
Yeah, Mr. Van Ree, I think he's on a chance to make a top 3 this season, if the cards fall a certain way. Hint everyone else in Split 3.
So the sandbagger can finally get out of Split 3 and into Split 2 where he belongs.
And then take over the Split 2 commentary. So interesting little side note.
Chinny through on.
Oh, what's wrong with Hamish?
Nothing, but all I'm saying is the lounge/kitchen goes wherever John goes. So
That does it. Okay.
isn't that how it works? Isn't that how it works? I thought if you go up Split 2, the kitchen goes up Split 2 as well. That's what I heard.
No, that means Gunther takes over the kitchen.
Oh God.
Oh God.
John's never leaving Split 3.
That's why we had to put 2 blokes in to beat him, like at the end of last season, right?
So
he was looking at a P3. Yeah.
So now we have a new person in management. I'll have a chat to Rattler, and we'll actually get a reg change that says any person with the name of John Van Rees must always be in Split 3, and add it to the regs.
Oh, we could add it, I guess. I can't see myself getting any faster.
Yeah. Well, it's consistency, right? You may not be the fastest on the day, but you're definitely consistent. And consistency gets you places in championships.
Just not last night.
Yeah. John does all his practicing in the race.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. You're on the money there, huh?
Yeah, I know. I've heard you talk about it like all night.
I don't think he's alone. I think there's a few others that do that. I know Moses does his practicing during a race too.
And Clifton's in for his last stop.
He's up 17 places right now.
Who's that, Moses? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting in the top 10. Mick Power in front of him's up 13 spots in 8th. And Marty Hughes, this is a good battle. Rob Visser in front of him, he's up as well, 26 spots.
So I'll open a can of worms here, right? So as all of these superstars from Logitech Theories and East Coast all get 40, and they all come into vets, and they push us back further and further, at what stage do we open a full split so we can keep racing?
Well, the short answer is you can't come into vets because there's a thing called a wait list, and if everyone just keeps signing up, there's no empty spots.
No, what I'm saying is, like, as they filter in through the wait list, right, we're all going to drop back further and further because, let's be honest, we're in the 50s now, we ain't getting past it.
Yeah, we'll just make it over easily.
So okay. Oh, well, that's another option. Yeah, yeah. We'll make them wait another 10 years to come and beat us.
There you go. That was me letting Scotty pass.
Nicely done.
Yep.
Visser tucked up behind now.
See, there you go, Bruce. I've made this point a lot of times to John and the guys in race control. It's easier to let someone pass and lose one spot than to fight them and lose 10.
Yeah.
Did he just do what I think he just did?
But
Did he just overtake?
What? Couldn't have been.
nah.
The only way I overtake him is if they're in the fence.
No, Dave Bulldog's in front of John Van Reed there. Is that right? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'll get the glasses on. Oh, yeah, that is right.
That's the last 100 minutes, I reckon.
You were on the phone too long, Johnny.
I've got to work out how I can wire my
I
phone.
can't remember that.
Wire my phone into my Logitech headset. It'll probably make life a lot easier. You don't
No
remember?
need to show anymore.
Oh, you go in the pits.
Move on to other people, I'm sure. Can't see this ending well.
So can't you connect your phone to your computer and then just map a button on your steering wheel and then you can go, mute everything, take call.
Yeah, that's what I need to work out. That'd be ideal.
Yeah,
Or you can just put a hands-free kit.
Here we go.
here we go.
Just have a look.
Nah.
Okay,
Wow.
did you see me?
Oh, I left the door open for you. What are you doing?
Trying not to send it. Going, hang on, he's kind of a teammate. I better not.
Hey, you're not
Find it,
Carl
find it,
Pickering.
find
You're
it,
not,
find
you're not
it,
little
find it.
Hoffy, so I would have let you through.
Is that like he's a little bit pregnant? Kind of a
I don't know. If you see my guts, you think I am pregnant.
Ladies and gents, this is classic Bet Split 3.
This is a beauty. Look at that beautiful ass of that
Real
blue
drive,
37.
You're leaving half a metre to the edge. Like, there's a metre now. Like, get left, Dave. Jeez, what are you doing? Like,
Car positioning.
oh, you
Mr.
missed the
Wall
apex.
told me. What's an apex?
You missed it. Like, another
Yes.
half car width to the left. Like,
God's sake, John, go on to someone else.
you're paying for the track. Use it all.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
So here we go.
Oh,
Here we
yeah.
go,
Oh, look
here
at
we
that. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
Here we go.
What's John going to do? He's got to run. Is he going to use it, or is he?
Look at that car positioning. Car positioning, Waller's taught me beautifully.
Oh,
Yeah,
veteran
well defended.
racing at its best, yes.
No, and then we
I scared the hell out of that apex then.
And then we got a lap,
Did you see it?
and then we got a lapped car in front of us called Gunter coming up here.
It thought you were going to touch it, then it realised it closed its eyes, and then you missed it. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, you sort of got that one. Another car went to the right.
Oh, for God's sake. John, for God's sake.
This is good. Yeah, I'm liking this.
I'm hating it.
But you're driving well, Dave. It's not that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Thrown up in my mouth.
No, all jokes aside, though, that extra width is extra speed you can be carrying.
Now, can we overlay Hoff's lap of the gods with
No.
his lap of
Here we
Yeah,
go.
okay.
Here we go. No,
Oh, brave man. I was going to
nice.
say that.
I'm pretty sure that's where I abused you too and said, why the hell didn't you go through? I opened it up for you.
I'm just giving open arms a bit of airtime. That's what I'm doing, Dave.
It's all coming back to me now.
You want me to do it?
I know it's all about me, but for God's sake.
Yep, Alfie.
You want me to do an overlay of one of Dave's laps?
No.
Here we go.
What should
No one cares.
overlay on Dave's positioning?
Oh, for God's sake, please don't do that.
You gotta send it right to the edge as far as you can.
Fletcher peeling off into the pits. Mark Dial, P3.
Oh, currently it's a Shadow 234.
You sure it's not upside down, that grid?
It's stuffed off.
So, Mark, good to see the speeds coming back after a season off.
Yeah, it's slowly coming back, although this is one of those tracks that I've done a lot of in various cars. So, it's just, yeah, one of those tracks where you just roll over the leg.
Is it just me, or when Mark Dial talks, you just want to fall asleep?
I'm asleep every time you open your mouth, mate.
Oh, jeez.
Pete Keller here, he's trying to fight his way back, tucked up behind Walden and McLeod.
It's a good time of the race too, because this is like around where second pit stops had just been done, or still had to come, and it was like you knew that in the next few laps it was sort of going to settle itself out.
So here I knew I had another stop coming, so I was very racy at this point.
Oh, I was like just blown away by Mickey Clifton at this point, because Reese and I did stopped on lap 1. Mick, he went all the way through to like lap 20 or something, and he was around me and up the back of Reese in P8, and I'm like, holy Jesus, he has caught us up a whole pit stop. So I knew he was flying. Yeah.
They're Farrington and Power in the pits. They're starting to see these guys take their next stops.
The safety car would be handy about now.
No. Reese and I just needed no safety car. Just go to the end, right?
To go, he's up into 6th. Clifton, Baxter's moved into 8th. These boys working their way up.
You got something against poor Michael Power there, sitting in pits, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, you have. Right, okay.
He's in the pits. Don't know where you're going to be in 5th.
Oh, sorry, I'm watching
Perrins.
YouTube and that one.
Scotty Perrins doing really well. He's in top 10 now. And first coming out, Hasler. I think we may have a safety car.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, this is where I was almost falling asleep in Reg. It's 1 minute life.
You just bashed over the head with a baseball bat?
Yeah.
No,
So where's our
it
safety
was
car?
I'm pretty sure it was Lucas that turned around and said, "I'll go."
So
Alfie went, "No."
Ed Cullen's already dove into the pits, making the assumption one's coming. And waiting for it. Come on, Reg.
I think I just said it, didn't I?
That was caution.
Safety car.
There it is.
Flag.
There it is. Now I got it right. So
where is it? Where's the safety car?
the safety car,
Where's Mr. Hoffman?
off he's rolling it out of pit lane.
No, safety car. You're going to ruin it. No, safety car.
He's parked it.
I got to be honest, I think this is the most anticipated safety car we've had in years.
Hated it.
and then I had another stop, my 3-stop strategy. Oh, what a shame! It came out just when I needed it.
Yeah. That's pretty good timing.
It was lucky. It was very lucky. Otherwise, I would have just been like last, basically.
Are you waiting a bit? Waiting to try and pick up the leader? Good call by race control here.
Oh, that was my call. That wasn't race control. That was all me.
Throw race control under the bus, yeah. Control of the field, dudes.
Yeah, it's a good
I
team.
gotta say,
Good team we got doing race control.
everything race control does is to a very high standard. Just ask me last night. I'm always got their back, always supportive. And I, Johnny.
He's not going to delete those points, Dave.
I never doubt them.
Safety car is rolling. We're getting ready to pick up.
Car 306 past the safety car. At this point, I said to Hoff, "Can you just crawl out there?" So
Yep.
I would let him put himself.
So it does get hard when you get the leader diving into the pits.
Yeah,
Seems to be a
managed to get past him, no problem.
Car 737.
Look at all these safe drivers.
Yep.
That's awesome.
You were there. It was easy to avoid you. No drama.
Yeah.
You're about a metre to the left.
Doing it safe race pace.
Maintaining.
I think I was doing about 30k.
30 k's. That's a safe pace. You're probably not going to scratch it going that fast, Hoff.
The only problem is if you come there at full speed, you need all that bit of track where the car safety car is right now. That's okay because everyone's doing a safe race pace. Right there. Right there.
You blind.
Oh, that never gets old.
Mayday, abort.
We need to submit that to the iRacing.
Medic!
Houston, we have a problem.
So just while we have a big problem. The safety car's on its roof. We've got another car crash that's broken. It's down on the straight. So at this...
Right about now, Rob's
trying to flip it.
So
Rob's going, I just hit the safety car.
So we do have a little bit of sneak footage of what occurred in Rob's... in Rob's pit stop.
Just go there, send it. The pace car. Go with the pace car. What for? Because I'm going to the audio.
So yeah, it was rather interesting.
Oh Jesus!
So hence.
Where is Rob tonight?
So hence Cole Trickle Baxter was born.
Hang on a second. Sorry, that was a tow without permission.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
And we had to send
Good
out.
stuff for you.
So
Yeah,
we'd like to apologise to RaceKraft. We had to send the race control car out to pick up the leader. So Lucas Burton came out. Welcome back, Lucas.
Red said to me, do you want to go out again, Hoff? And I said, fuck, mate. I said, no way. It's dangerous out there.
That's right.
Well, at this stage, at this stage, my team are going, is Hoffy okay? What's happened to Hoff? Where's Hoff? And so Mick's just going on, and I'm saying, Mick, can you see that helicopter taking off from the medical centre?
And also at this stage, Cole Tricklebackster was so embarrassed, right? He had jumped to the pits, left our Discord, and gone into the race control waiting room to apologise.
Jesus Christ.
to make sure he wasn't banned for the next 3 races.
So, at this point, do our rigs even have a capacity for a virtual safety car?
We just made it up. We just made it up as we went.
We made it up last night, so I do have rigs that have. They do work quite well if you make it. But anyway, I don't have a speedo on my car, so it's
Apparently
like
not to a few others.
maintain 80 k's. I'm going. I think this is about 80.
Yeah, I think my 140 k's an hour was 80 k's.
Look, in all honesty, it was just to make sure everybody slowed down. Just while I could sort some stuff
To
out.
make sure Hoff was okay.
We don't have.
I just figured you
We
can't
don't
go
have
any
the luxury
faster.
of vehicles.
I just figured you can't go faster than to go, you'll be safe.
Those doors of life really make a noise, you know, when they're cutting the doors off.
And all of my guys' rubbish is falling out of the car to get Hoffy out.
Red says, where are you? And I said, I'm in the glove box.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, gold. Where's Lucas?
Well, look, to Mr. Baxter's credit, he didn't pass the safety car.
No, he did not.
No, he
The
didn't.
problem is I had waved him around.
Oh,
Did you just see Scotty Perrins there, Rob? That's how you go past the safety car.
I think
If RaceKraft would like to send me a paint, we might add it to Rob's paint next week. Yes, I love you, RaceKraft. Yeah.
Hey, Hoffy, Anthony Visma's got a thing here for a compo claim you can put in.
yeah.
I reckon what you need to add to Rob's car is a little silhouette of the AMG Mercedes with a big circle and a line going through it, or a red cross over it.
Hey, Johnny, you give me a painter and I'll send you his paint to put it on.
Just send it to me, I'll sort it.
Hoffy, did you call that into race control?
Sorry.
Did you call that into race control? Race control. Safety car. Can you have a look at the incident on lap 43?
I'll be nice. I said, I just had some knucklehead put me on me roof.
I was busy off watching other things to try and get cars around. I've said to him, I said, what? Sure enough, quick flick to the cameras, and there he is, upside down, and it's just like, holy shit.
That's what I did. And I'm sorry about the brown stains, Mark. I'll clean them out as soon as I can.
That's all right, mate. As I said, I won't be coming back into the safety car for a long time, so...
Neither will Hoff, he's scared.
Yeah.
Post-traumatic stress.
I have 1 week off where I sleep and I come back and I get punted. I think I'm done.
You just have to spray.
Sounds like Toll Trickle Baxter wants to be the safety car driver because he's gone into the safety car.
The Blake Warvoice has made a really, really, really good comment. We probably should have put Miley Cyrus on his bonnet.
Yeah, I remember you carrying that around for a while.
Yes, sorry, Fletcher, if you're watching. I still remember that very clearly. Geez, I've already got that paint. That won't take long to do.
Not at all. It's my brother, and he's the perfect one, right?
Perfect, right? He said everything.
Did you see Anakin's comment, Johnny?
Yep. So we do have, this does change the dynamics of the race now. Of course, we're going to have basically a 12-lap sprint.
Yeah, it changes it all right. I'm not on track anymore.
No.
12 laps. Right. It was 12 laps of hell.
Anything I felt getting cut out of it, thrown into a helicopter and thrown to the morgue, as Anakin said.
I know I had, after this, I had Moses and Nick Heusler on my tail for 12 laps, and oh, Jesus. I had to get my daughter to turn the air conditioner back on.
Yeah, Cole Trickle did message me straight away and said he was sorry, and I was going to write a message back, and then he went out by packet loss, and I thought, oh, that'll do. Yeah, all right.
Hoffy, give him nothing.
No, I've decided he's going to get jack shit.
No, mate, he's younger brother, right? Give him nothing, right? He got the spoilt younger brother treatment all my life. You give him nothing.
Roger that.
No bitterness there, is there?
No, none whatsoever. No. Yeah, come to Vets, Rob.
Why isn't he here?
It's really good fun. I don't know. He's been around the other few weeks.
Anita's going to make Coffee an upside down cake for his birthday.
Let's go. Oh, that's funny shit.
All right, Lucas doing good. Good to see Lucas back out on track, still involved. Jumping into split 3 with Blair working in Melbourne at the moment.
Yeah, he's slotted back in pretty seamlessly, actually.
That immaculately hitting the apexes. Hold up.
Well, that's tighter than Dave Baldock's line.
That it is.
You can leave me alone, you go. No, there are other people around, you know. Just saying.
Well,
You're not on screen, mate.
well, Pete,
I'm not a rock.
Pete can't pick on Rob anymore because Rob's gone. He's not on track. He's left the server.
Like the Baxter numbers copped a flogging tonight, so yeah.
Hey, did you see that I had a couple of pretty bad incidents that have been shown, and I'm here, god damn it. I am here.
And this is the annoying thing because I didn't have any of your ones written in the cheat sheet either. Dave.
Yeah, sure you did,
I
but
didn't.
they both came up.
I was the target last week, Dave. Suck it up.
But like I said, at least I'm here. Where's Rob?
Yeah, where's Rob? Yeah.
There's
Good
Rob.
call, where's Rob?
Rob's in 24th. In 20th, sorry, up 24 spots. You asked me where Rob was.
I'm sure he's dropping down now.
I think Rob's still sitting in the race control waiting room.
Oh, he probably is.
He's sitting in emergency holding Hoff's hand.
So DeGoey now has control of the field. I think he did carry the boys a fair way around too, based off the concertina effect we had down the back of the pack.
It's funny how the front of the field are doing 100 k's an hour and we're doing 40 k's an hour at the back.
He's off. Green flag racing.
You'll be used to that, Dave.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. I haven't
good
really
little
seen
jump.
a safety car. Yes, I haven't seen a safety car start in the sim that's perfect for the whole field. And if you're in the back half, it doesn't matter whether you're in a split 1 Pro Series in split 3. If you're in the back half, it's just don't hit the car in front of me. Just don't hit the car in front of me, and I'll go when I go.
That's great advice. Just don't hit the car in front of you.
Yep.
Yeah, otherwise Reg just penalises you like a lovely person that he is.
Well, his penalties are nicer than the ones I give in the Pro Series.
We could always be sucker for punishments and do side-by-side restarts.
Some good restarts. Russell Gander, Bruce. Here we go.
Oh, no, we don't need to watch this move. No, we don't watch this.
You got Perrins in behind there.
They take the heat off me. Let's watch this move.
There you
So
go.
what I did there, I backed out.
Yep.
I backed out of it. Got my 1x for the evening and lost 4 spots.
But you're still circulating and you're not dead.
That's right. You lost 4, not 40, and yeah, you're still in the race.
To be honest, I was pissed off.
You're not on your roof.
I was more pissed off about the 1x, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Reece,
right about here, I'm like, nah, Reece and Mick, they've been too fast all night. Just trying to hold off Jace behind me.
yeah, and they have gone.
Yep.
I got to say though, this next 10 laps, God, it was fun.
Oh, heaps of fun.
Oh yeah.
It was.
It was
Actually-
like the vets of the old days when you had the competition cautions and just went for it in the last few laps.
Great
Yeah,
little.
it was good. It was good. It sort of showed who was fast in what sections of the track because the little concertinas, but everyone was close together.
Some good side-by-side racing.
Yep.
That was back when you were allowed to talk on the comms. Sorry, Reg.
That's very much.
Back when we could talk to Jamie.
Oh, nicely held. That's 2 from Carl tonight. He's held well.
What a dog. Who was in that 515? What a dog move.
Did he call that in?
Redress.
I hope he did.
Redress.
Should have been a pit lane penalty.
Yeah, I was straight with that one.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. You would have been asking for a 30-lap pit stop and hold.
70 points league ban.
Going 50 going toe to toe. It's been really good. Like Pete's in the chat, last 10 were great. You know, and everyone up and down the whole grid last night loved that last 10.
Maybe we should just have 10-lap races.
Have a look who's behind Carl now.
Oh, look out.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, I'm sure I'll stuff this up somewhere.
Nah, we can't have 10-lap races. John Van Ree wouldn't get as many overtakes.
Oh, well done. There it is. Comment of the night. I can't compete with that.
Who needs,
in that race.
who needs Quinta when you got Pete Baxter?
Yeah, 5 10-lap races. It'll be work out all right.
That's 5 safety cars, isn't it? Oh, sorry, we only have 2.
Yeah, we'd run
It'd be interesting
safety cars.
It'd be interesting if iRacing introduced stages. That would be interesting.
We used to run these.
No, I don't mean heats. I mean stages. So basically, it's they break the race into thirds, and they would award points for whoever's leading at that particular part of the race.
Similar to what they do for the medicine and cycling.
Yep.
I wouldn't have to worry about that.
Because I wanted people to sprint and not just conserve, and then kill each other on the last lap.
Oh, don't give it away. I want to know, Mick Clifton, did you think you could cover Reese? Could you beat him? Can you get him?
Well, Mick wasn't slow all night, so there's a fair
I
chance
know.
he'd be, on with a crack.
I think Mick did the fastest lap of the race, I'm pretty sure.
Well, he caught Reese and I up by like 20 seconds over the whole race until that last safety car. So he was flying.
You were saved by the change of camera, Dave.
Yeah, you were. Jesus, they were smoking that.
Oh, there's plenty of smoking going on back there. Don't worry.
Was Scotty Grimes back there?
Nah.
Yeah, he was. He's around that area.
You're still alive.
Oh.
You still get back to it. You're still alive. You got Shelton and Grenshaw with a lot of pressure.
And Carl's pulling away from Dave.
Oh, God, here we go again. Poor Anakin.
I love that livery, Dave. It's really nice. Can we see the side of it? It's pet supplies, isn't it?
Yes, that's my wife's
There
business.
you go. Yep.
Kathy's Pet Portraits. Look it
Kathy's
up on
Pet
Facebook.
Portraits.
Yep, look it up on Facebook. She is unbelievable. She is a freak.
Hell of a talent. I've seen the work.
Yep. Reese here, absolutely flying from Clifton still. Half a second, but they've already pulled out 2 seconds on you, Pete. 2.4.
Oh, they were gone. They were gone. I was trying to manage Jason Chin behind me, and to be honest, Jason was like super fast in the back half of the track, and I was like put 2 seconds up every time I come up out of the first turn and then up to the bus stop. I was put 0.2 up on my fastest lap, so I was able to pull away from him, and then he sort of caught up to me, and that's how we sort of raced. Yeah. I was just thinking, oh, don't bloody fail in the last 3 corners again.
Look at this angry pack.
Yeah, Mark leading a 5-car train.
Very angry.
Definitely all happening in the middle here.
What's that noise? Is that your sphincter pulsating, is it, Mark?
Oh, it was, I can tell you right now. I'm going, guys, how many laps to go? How many laps to go? I can't see it on my reality.
Still 7, Mark. Close front.
You had Mike in the middle of that as well, Mick Power and Zippy tagging along behind. So these guys having a really good battle these last few laps here. And slowly catching, pretty much the train all the way up to Baxter.
Yeah. Jeff, James and I were also having a cracker battle as well at this point. James trying to get past Jeff.
Yeah, the battling ahead of us was drawing us in. And we're getting closer. I'm thinking, oh god, this is going to get really willing in a minute if this ends up more than the 5 cars in behind me.
No, well, I was hoping Jace would get caught up with Ed Cullen so I could pull away a little bit.
Meanwhile, Zagowie and Clifton now out to a 2.6 second lead.
Oh, that's luxury. They're talking seconds, not tenths.
And another good little battle back here. Attempt number 2. A little bit cleaner than attempt number 1. And
No redress required.
No redress required for that one, no.
Was Dave even in that shot then when Carl was going around the corner?
No comment. So Reese at this stage felt that after the safety car restart, the race was his to lose and was focusing on limiting tyre spin. Really a good move. Look after the tyres first, and then make the car wide second. I'm just going to click back here for another second because I want to say something else. I had an epic battle with Pato for the last 3 or 4 laps. Finally got past Pato and then looked at my fuel gauge and went, oh crap. So I think if Pato knew that I'd said oh crap when I looked at my fuel gauge, I think he would have come back at me. But I think he conceded once I was past. I'm worried about Carl. And the big pack, that's closing up as well with Cullen now fighting with Chin, which is what you wanted, Pete.
Yeah, that's what I needed, just to give it that little bit of breathing space for a few laps.
Tom, when you get a chance, have a look at the defence that Jeff Sanford's putting on. It's just ridiculously good from a defence point of view.
He did drive well last night.
Yeah, no, he did.
Nicely placing the car right where you need to be without slowing yourself down too much.
He said he thoroughly enjoyed this battle.
And McCormick up 22 spots behind you guys as well in the top 20. That's a great drive from James.
Yeah, James was ahead of us, and he had a bit of a moment, and he hid up the rears, and so we used that to get past him.
Yep. And just going to drop back up the road a bit more to this other bit of pack. Bigger pack. So,
yeah. So Mark, have you dropped there or have you caught up?
We caught up because there was a lot of battling going on.
The 2 trains have come together.
Yeah.
It's on. And this also shows how competitive it is too, because there's like nothing in it between how many cars are there on? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars.
yeah. Some good driving by everybody. Like apart from a safety car on its roof, I think the driving standard last night was pretty good.
Absolutely. Oh, well, we'll have to train the safety car driver a bit better then.
Yeah, I had to land back on my wheel.
Yeah. Or how to not park on the racing line.
That's probably a different idea. That's all right. Hey, every season of vets has got to have something with the safety car, right? So we just provided season 18.
This is, Moses is getting close. He's really looking for another spot or two.
So of course this group still all the way back up to Ed Cullen. No, even Pete Max is still. They're all sort of within a second of each other. You can throw a blanket over them all.
So now that Mr. Baldock's left the room, is there anything we want to say?
Didn't realise he left.
Nothing I wouldn't say when he wasn't here anyway.
Yeah. Something wrong with that. Nah, he's alright. He lets you go when you come up. He knows when to where to go.
He does.
Drives with that, like we talk about the old school vets, season 4 to season 12. He's a veteran from that era and drives like it. It doesn't mean to take people out. Usually he's made a huge mistake and he's first to admit it. But when you race him on track, very much a gentleman. Knows when to fold him and knows when to fight. When fights cleanly, so. And always up for a laugh.
Well, that's the best thing about Split 3, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. we're here for a bit of fun rather than just, super competitive. If we were super competitive, we'd probably be wooden here.
Backslipper, Split 2.
Are we sending Rob to Split 2? Awesome.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll take that.
There's been a lot of offers for people to move to Split 2, but there's been a lot of people saying no.
Just let me know, just so I can warn Hazy when he's out in the safety car to be careful.
A little bit of news from iRacing. There are more delays on the Gen 3.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah, unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get the GT3 Mustang before we get the supercar Mustang, I think.
Which looks pretty good.
Yep. That's why I think that Gen 3 will be the end of supercars. It just doesn't make sense, to be honest, to have a isolated series anymore now that GT3 is kicking off globally. It just doesn't make sense. So I'd say we'll probably see it go the way Group A went and go back to GT3.
Considering half the teams are already running a GT3 in some form.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Mike with a big dive.
There's a move from Mike, big dart. Didn't work.
Mike Korolev saying that the safety car got hit from behind harder than Bubba from cell block B.
Oh, nice one.
That was a send.
I had to go into the defensive.
Well, they're certainly not parting for Moses at this stage of the race, are they?
No.
Nope.
No.
No. Making him work for his money this time.
No, but he's still up 15 spots.
And I wanted to stay in I wanted to keep that 10 spot, so I wasn't giving it up.
Two laps left to run. Lap 54.
So you talk about difference in splits and whether you're in Split 2 or move up to Split 2 and Split 3. What would you rather be? Would you rather be in the front of Split 3 or the back of Split 2?
Oh, for me personally, it's front of Split 3 any day of the week.
I had this conversation with a Split 1 driver who was saying, see a bit ho-hum, I'm always at the back of Split 1. I'm like, why don't you drop the Split 2? And they're like, that's a good idea.
It's the psychology, right? Of fighting for wins versus fighting for 20.
That was very close, Ed Cullen.
Look at that. Pushed his way through. And anyway, so my point is, when I started in vets, I was at the back of Split 2, and when I came back after the winter break last year and come and had another go, and found myself in Split 3, I was like beating myself up, going, "What have I done wrong? Why am I so slow? Why is all these other people are so faster than me?" But I'm enjoying being in Split 3 and having these races more than I ever did being at the back of Split 2. So that's my experience, and if somebody learns from that, then the split number is not necessarily a reflection of how good the racing's going to be.
Yeah. So while I just think of it, Ed Cullen, he's switched the Mustang for this season, and he's been practicing the Mustang all week and accidentally picked the Holden.
That's
So after the race, we're like, put the right livery on, so you don't get a DQ.
Oh, fabulous. Good on you, Ed. Well done.
Yeah. And he said, the Mustang feels better. He was talking about the car being feeling different, behaving different. It's all in his mind, apart from the fact he can't see out of the Holden.
He did say that the Holden felt better.
Yeah.
And when you've been, I suppose, when you've done that much practice in the Mustang, you've had to do your first laps in the Holden in the race.
Bled drives the same Holden in real life as this is what he's racing here, so from memory. So he should be very familiar with it.
But yeah, it looks like Reece just got a little bit of a break on Mick.
Yeah.
That last race, and the classic case of settle in. It's a good result anyway.
Yeah.
Well deserved place at this point. Should he get across the line?
Yep. Reece without a spoon has done really well here.
It's subject to protest on CPS, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
No, classic. Reece was just super fast and good strategy. Well done.
Well done, Reece. Mick
Yep.
Clifton,
Right.
home in second. Baxter in third. Jason Chin bringing the Fishy home in fourth, up 7 spots. Great drive from Chinny. Pete Kelleher up 7. Marty Hughes brought the Pelican home 12 spots up from where he started in 6th. Darren Walden from Angry Birds in 7th. Fletcher Christensen in 8th. Ed Cullen ended up 9th. Mark Dial was rounding out top 10. And Moses Corliff up 15 spots. A great drive from him to finish 11th. So that was pretty well much our night, boys. So great drive from Reece. He must be pretty ecstatic with that one.
It's an eventful night.
Yeah, definitely. And we've got Mick Clifton in joining us. Mick coming home in second. That was a pretty good drive, Mick.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I was trying to get Reece. I wanted that win so much.
And how did you find it with the late safety car?
Yeah, wasn't happy it went for so long because I knew Reece's tyres would have been more worn than mine.
Mm.
And I wanted him to use them, but he got a good rest.
I wasn't happy it went for so long either, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but when we come around and seen the safety car on the roof, oh, it was funny.
Yeah, I don't think we've planned on that one too well.
No, but awesome race. Great racing, fellas. And Reece, too good. Peter, great job. I don't know what happened to Adrian, though. I thought he would have been up there, too.
Not sure what happened to Zippy. Yeah, not 100% certain. Definitely a good race. So next week we're going to be heading off to Zandvoort. Any thoughts on racing there?
Yeah, not my favourite.
Not your favourite?
No, but the last 4 tracks I love, so hopefully I can go well there.
Too easy. And of course, Pete, you were third on the podium, mate. Any comments from you?
Pleased to have a pretty clean race, actually. Reece and Mick were way faster than me all race. I think third was probably the best I could get, and that was by luck of strategy. I'll give a shout out though. A massive thanks to all the volunteers at the track and the health staff. It's good to know that Hoffy has been looked after. First and foremost, the welfare of our safety car drivers and our drivers is number one, and everybody at the track at Watkins Glen, their hospital at Watkins Glen is looked after Hoffy, and as I understand it, he's going well. So shout out there, and all the best. Hopefully we'll see you over at Zandvoort next week.
Too easy. And any sponsors? Anything you want to give a shout out to, Mick?
Yeah. Primal Wheels, Abbey Timber, Box and Lock Narang, Modern Deck, Blacktown Mazda, and I want to thank all my teammates, especially Greg, for just sitting in the car with me and telling me I'm getting stuff right. So it's been real help. And
easy.
Thanks for RaceKraft and V8 Vets and Been the Blade for Balance.
Too easy. And Pete, anyone you want to thank?
Just Cole Trickle, mate. He just made the night for us.
And I'm just going to put a warning out there for everybody. Reece to Goey, I do like me some Zandvoort. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Bugger.
Bold statement.
Big statement. Anyway, on that great note, we might wrap up the broadcast. It's been good having everybody in again tonight. I think there's been plenty of laughs. Thank everybody out there who's been watching. We've had plenty of comments coming in along the way. Big thank you to Hoffy, Bruce, Mark Dial, Pete Baxter, Reg James, and of course Dave Baldock, who was with us earlier. Big thank you to those guys, and Stewie dropped in for a while as well. Just a quick one. The Balin Walk, if you're on the Sunshine Coast tomorrow afternoon, make sure you get yourself down and have a look at that. And don't forget, we have the Dementia Australia donation competition running for a lap of Sydney Motorsport Park in the wonderful VH Holden and the BMW 135i. So that's 2 laps around the track with Andrew McMasters, who's the Class D champion, New South Wales champion for production cars, and it is the car that they'll be campaigning at Bathurst 6 Hour. And of course, Dave's Ipra VH, both a classic car in itself. So if you want to get involved with that one, all the details are in announcement in general, and I think I've even got a channel running for it. So make sure you get into that. And on that note, we'll see everybody again next week. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks.
Introducing the RaceKraft PT1, custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a RaceKraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The RaceKraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.